I would say that the hero is to me of this whole event, of everything that's happened. My biggest hero is little Chaya the Don. You know the story of Chaya the Don? No, gotta watch it. But Chaya the Don, little Chaya the Don was, she was hiding under a bench. She was safe, and she sees a mother bleeding and couldn't move and screaming, "My children! Could someone take care of my children?" She thinks she's gonna die. Should someone take care of her children? 14-year-old Chaya the Don leaves her hiding place and puts her body over the children to protect them. She gets shot in the leg. Wow. Like, wow. And it comes to teach us an interesting lesson of the Chanukka candles. You see, the Chanukka candles are meant to light up the darkness, but it's not so simple. We light it usually when it's still light, and then it moves into the darkness. Because to have the reservoir of strength to be able to overcome darkness, you need to start in light. For you who are mental health, any of you mental health professionals might know, or as a rabbi I know, that it's very hard to be philosophical when someone is mourning, when someone is in tragedy. You need to have a reserve of understanding when it's light. Little Chaya the Don, when I called her mom to say, "Wow, what kind of education you gave her?" She wanted to be humble. I said, "No, false humility here. You gotta own it. It's your education." And she says, when her teachers called her to say how impressed they were, they said, "It's what you taught me. It's what you taught me." And so I want to share with you that Rabbi Mendel is going to speak about mitzvahs for Bandai that have been established. And I want to give you a specific mitzvah called SMART. Well, I call it SMART, but because not going to say mitzvahs, but specific. And that's what SMART is, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. And so I want to give the following suggestion. We're going to ask parents to tell their children bedtime stories that have wholesome, universal values of generosity, of kindness, of not gossiping, of caring for a friend. Take it on then. I'm going to look for books. They're not going to read any rubbish, scary stuff that just don't give them any values. But look for books that give your children values. And that's where you should read them. And I'd just like to conclude as one thing, because I think it's quite overwhelming for me for being here. See, I'll teach you in 1 minute a Kabbalistic idea. A Kabbalistic idea is this. We are here to refine and elevate the world, to make a dwelling place for God on earth. And we can do it in 2 ways. One is engagement in a positive way, and one is overcoming a challenge. So for example, a space that has that is challenging you negatively, and you are able to stand strong within that challenge, that also elevates, because it's brought out your strength. So the energy of that place, which was there only to challenge you, and you overcame the challenge, lifts you. Or, a better way, is direct. Doing something positive, loving, friendship. Bankstown Hospital has become a little, shall we say, was infamous for those 2 nurses. And that challenged the Jewish community, challenged Australia. And that challenge, in itself, how we reacted, Rabbi Mendel came and did a beautiful thing here afterwards. That was a one way of elevating in a negative way. But today, here, we're doing it in a positive way. Coming together in friendship, showing your commiseration, your feelings from the Jewish community, which we greatly appreciate. Taking on to doing something extra, something beautiful. So I'm grateful, thankful, and hopefully this can continue positive relationships in a way that we don't need the negative to elevate. We could do it in a positive way.